I was hoping someone would ask the question, and I prepared just in case. I made a list of all the synchronicities that Travis and I encountered when we were like just falling in love and realizing that we were soulmates. The number 72 popped up everywhere. Right before I even thought of him as being anybody in my life, I went to go see my therapist. I was already in this place where I thought, I'm just going to be single for the rest of my life. And my therapist said, let's really kind of like think about that. Let's talk about you dating again. Maybe you should go out on 72 dates. Now, fast forward, Travis and I are on our second date. I'm telling him this story, and he tells me, that's pretty weird that she said 72, because my friend recently just asked me what do I want in my future partner since I'm back in the dating pool, because he had been divorced for a couple of years. And so his friend told him to make a decision-making funnel. And so he wrote down 72 items that he wanted in his future wife. And he was born in 1972, and his son's hockey numbers were 27 and 72. So, and 7 plus 2 is 9, which is a magical number if you know anything about Nikola Tesla's 369. Now, there's other stories. The Christmas tree, right before we went out on our very first date, I was able to buy my very first Christmas tree because I couldn't afford one before, and I told my nephew to bring it up the stairs. I'm decorating it. I'm listening to Mariah Carey, and I don't know, something about that moment and looking at that tree, I said to my nephew, next year I'm going to be decorating this same tree with my husband. And he about choked on the couch because he's like, Paola, you're not even dating anybody. And I wasn't even dating anybody. I wasn't on any apps, and I had already pledged my allegiance to be single for the rest of my life. But something in me really made me believe that I would be decorating that same tree. And I was, the following year, decorating that tree in a whole new house, married to a whole new husband, and it was Travis. The third one is our electric Christmas kiss. I talk about that in the very first video. The fourth one is seeing the sticker, he is greater than I. My husband, Travis, was actually a tenant of mine. I was his property manager for 2 years before we actually went on our first date. And I saw his car in the parking lot all the time with a sticker, he is greater than I. And I always thought that was cool because I love that. And we also realized that we could have met in different places. Like there was a donut shop that I could have ran into him, a hair salon that I could have ran into him. Like there are so many places that we could have run into each other. The other thing is, oh my gosh, what's the other thing? Shooting. Oh, we see the number 11 everywhere. And last, right before we went to go get married alone at a chapel by ourselves, before our big, huge wedding, we were driving down the freeway and we saw shooting stars.